That's the sound a heart makes when it breaks. The problem is we become so desensitized to all the feelings going on inside us that we don't even realize how much it hurts. We've built up calluses and you don't even realize they're there. That's why I'm here to help you understand the best parts of you are hidden underneath all that pain that feels so bad. Trouble is, if it feels normal, you don't even realize that it hurts. That's why I help you specifically deal with inner blind spots, things you don't know. Because if you knew it, you'd be looking for a solution because there is a better way. That's why I'm here.
When life is moving at regular life pace, we can't stop to actually think about what's going on inside. Why? Because we're outside, having relationships, seeing what's going on, moving really fast. That's why it's so important to have someone like me on your team to help you navigate what's going on inside so that your perception of the outside is better. When you're having challenges going on with your family, whether that's a spouse or your children, extended family members, I mean, come on, let's face it, we have conflicts going on in our lives. The challenge is no one realizes that what's happening is all about what's going on in you. Your perception inside, how you're interpreting what's going on, why you're interpreting it that way. To me, it's all based on your inner foundation, that part of you that no one taught you even exists, so you just keep going on through life. If you were building a house and taking a house from modern day today that maybe didn't have that open concept that you want, you'd have to support the second floor before you open up walls on the basement level or the first floor to make sure that the bottom level can support what you want to build up. To me, it's kind of the same thing. We don't tend to stop and think about the experiences we had way back in childhood. Who remembers what it was like way back when we played on the playground? It's too far away. Nobody remembers those actual experiences of what went on. The reality as I see it though, is that created your foundation. Not so much because of what happened to you, but more about what did you interpret it as? How did you redefine 3 parts of yourself? Come on, take a walk with me. When we go online, we automatically go and we go www dot and we're searching for something. Whatever it is that you put in determines where you end up. But did anybody tell you that for you, those 3 W's are determined based on your personal browser? How are you defining you? How are you defining who you are, what you're capable of, and what you deserve? Notice my 3 W's. Those 3 W's determine everything about the experiences you have, not based on the experiences itself in terms of what's actually happening, but how you interpret what's going on. I've kind of sad story for you I'd like to share with you, not to make you upset, but to help you understand, to demonstrate how easy it is to make misinterpretations. I have this awesome dad that I worked with. Came to me after he had come back from a funeral service for one of his students who committed suicide. He was devastated, knowing especially not just that this person he cared about died, but that his very own daughter had tried to take her own life. Came home in a sad place, reached out to her, took her hands and said, "Please don't ever let me feel like so-and-so's mom." And then I asked him this question: "Why'd you say that?" And he looked at me like I had lost my mind, because it was obvious, right? Because I love my daughter and I'd be devastated if something happened to her. That's the point. When our insides are so cluttered and cloudy, we don't realize that what we're expressing isn't being heard by other people the way we intend. I did the unthinkable. Here's this stranger, wrapped my arms around this man, and I said to him, "I love you. If something happened to you, I would be devastated. How can we make sure that you recognize how valuable you are, not just to me, but to you?" And he looked at me with tears streaming down his eyes. I said, "That's what your kid needed to hear," because what she heard is it's all about you. It's about your pain. You're not wanting to be like somebody else. It was not his intention. But the reality is, life's moving. Who remembered for his experiences that way back when he interpreted that he couldn't have the life that he wanted? Why? For 1,000,001 different reasons. And when we get down into what's going on in your inner foundation, you start to find out it's not what you thought. That's why I help people specifically deal with their inner blind spots, things you don't know that you don't know. You can't see it on your own, and for reasons I can't explain, I was born with the ability to recognize what's going on inside a person. To me, I think of it as if I'm speaking soul. Now, I know for some people that sounds strange, but you might think of it in terms of consciousness. This big, energetic presence, or however it is that you personally describe it. I think of it as soul because there's an individual sense of authority. This is my soul. This piece of me that has innate wisdom and knowledge and access to pure love. But if you look at our world today and you kind of wonder why it seems like we're not really experiencing that beauty of love that our inherent soul knows, it's easy. We're clogged with a bunch of emotional constipation. Now, it's not really popular to talk about, and it sounds kind of weird, even though it's okay to use the poop emoji everywhere we go. The reality is we are so cluttered with emotional baggage that when that suitcase opens and clothes start flying, we feel really taken aback by what people are saying to us, and we don't know how to navigate our inner realm. That's why I do what I do with such passion and motivation, because I want you to be the best you that you can be. Now, that might sound cheeky, but the reality is I can see inside you not just your potential, but the pain that's blocking your potential. Why choose to live as a watered down version of yourself because you got these emotional clogs, when the reality is the best parts of you are hidden from you?